Welcome, everyone. Welcome in, welcome in. I want to invite you to find a quiet place, to relax, grab yourself a cup of tea. The reason why is there is been a dream that I received, and I didn't realize it was a message for tonight. I didn't realize it was a message for today and for this live. I want to invite you all to come in. I'm going to give you an opportunity here to come in. If you're reading this from around the world, go ahead and put the state or the nation where you're from. I would love to hear that. I don't oftentimes do that. I would love to see where you're living or where you're from. Okay, let's get started. I want to give everyone a chance to come on before I get into my dream. And I want to be able to share with you right here my presentation. Every Wednesday night, I do a live tarot Q&A. And every Saturday night at 6 p.m., I do a Ask Your Questions. And we're going to be choosing the topic of the crumbling of global organizations, the WEF, the HWO, and the IMF. We're going to ask Spirit, how are these organizations faring at this time? Now, I want to be able to invite you all to drop in your questions. However, when we sometimes drop in questions, there is a very good chance, let me cut the screen here, there's a very good chance that some of your questions will be edited or monitored or even deleted by the robots. So if that is you, go ahead and put in your code words or your cryptic messages. As you saw on the screen, I do offer personal readings. If you want a personal reading for something with world events related to you, go ahead and book a reading with me. The links are in the description below as well as in the chat. And all proceeds are going to buy my plane ticket to a ladies retreat that I'm going to in June. So thank you very much. I wanted also to share here. That's my personal reading page. I wanted to share, I'm doing an Oracle card workshop on March 29th. The last Oracle card workshop was last night, and it was phenomenal. This was a workshop where you learn to connect to spirit. What are Oracle cards? How do they work? How do they get a message from inside of you? We did the past, present, and future spread. It was amazing. And I am going to leave that there. Again, all proceeds going to help my trip to England. All right, let's get started. So I had a dream last night and it was very, very vivid. And in this dream, we were walking along a pathway in nature. It was a path somewhere in Maine, like along the side of a road, but it was like a dirt road, actually. It was like a dirt road, and there was fields on all sides, and you could see the fields. And I think we were picking up sticks, or I was discussing with a friend which way we were going to go. And all of a sudden, I began seeing in the sky glimpses of like the veil thinning, and I began seeing actual boots or footwear, and it looked like soldiers, and it looked like it would glitch, and I would see the boot or the foot, and the energy felt very negative. I was like, we started to fear, and it felt like the energy of war. It felt like we were in the days of the knights and the soldiers, the medieval times, and these knights and soldiers were coming in to take over a land. That's the energy it felt. And I kept seeing glimpses here and there in the sky, and I knew in my dream I was seeing beyond the veil. And I spoke to my friends. I said, I think we're seeing the dark side beyond the veil coming in to our 3D reality. And I'm not sure whether it was coming in to control us or if it was just, I began seeing its attempt to control. I began seeing what was actually happening beyond the veil. And then it began getting stronger and coming closer. And I do remember seeing a soldier, a warrior, like a medieval warrior. And at that moment when I saw it, it was like there was a whole nother opening of the veil. And it was like, all I could say was like a boom. And it was a group of ascended beings. Some of them were angels, but most of them, they had the feel of ascended masters, because one of them had the big beard like Moses. That's how I know it was an ascended master, and was in my dream the context of an ascended master. And it was like they all came together, boom, and they all came through the veil, and I could see them all. And it was like they were holding their ground. It was like, we are here to assist. And then I woke up. So the dark side had the energy of they were just encroaching, and then you could start seeing glimpses like they were intending to come into our world. Now the fields represent to me the world. If I see a house in the dream, my lexicon with spirit represents my own soul. If I'm in a house, it means this is my soul and my subconscious. But if I see a field or I'm outside of a house, it represents, if I'm outside of a house, it represents my family and my personal life. But if I'm in a field, it represents the world. And there was nothing but fields here. So spirit was showing me, I remember waking up and being like, is there war in heaven? Like, what did I just see? What did I just see? And I didn't realize, I guess I didn't take myself as seriously as I should have, to be able to say, this was a message from spirit. So I sat down into meditation, and I actually wrote it out here. I want to bring it up on the screen. I brought in the energy of Archangel Michael on my meditation, and I always feel his energy on my left side. And then I bring in the energy of Archangel Gabriel, which gives me the ability to communicate. And whenever I feel my guides, I feel like intense energy, and I can be like this. So if you ever see me pulling cards and I'm going like this, it's because I feel energy on either side of my body. However, I always try to bring in Archangel Sandalphon in the way of, that's sort of like in front of me. It's very, very, very interesting. And I want to make sure that we are live because, oh yes, we are. Okay, good. Okay, so the energy of Archangel Sandalphon is the energy of ascended masters. And ascended ones, again, I sometimes see the boots first. When I see beyond, like a being beyond the veil, I see the boots, which in my dream, I see the boots. And then I can see in my imagination the figure, and he's got a big, booming, prophetic voice, Sandalphon. And I actually went and asked, give me a message. What do you want to tell me about that dream? And this is what I heard. Let me share my screen. Okay, I'm going to try to make it bigger for you so that you can see it all. Okay, get that? Okay, there is indeed a war in heaven, but it is not what you think. There is a conflict over leaders and nations, leaders and organizations, leaders in power over who will control the nations. Each side has chosen leaders who will respond to their guidance. Each side, the dark and the light, have negotiated already. We have decided. The agreement was made. Now the dark has asked for more ground. We, the ascended ones, will not budge. We have made and agreed. We have chosen. We are standing our ground. We will not fight, and we will not negotiate. We stand with the leaders we have chosen. So what I feel from this, and I just wrote it down as I heard it, what I feel from this message here is that the nations have basically been splitting in two. Those who want to go toward the light, and those who want to stay in darkness. And there's a conglomerate of leaders within all countries. Some are willing to stay in the dark, and some are willing to ascend to the light. But there was like an agreement made in heaven by these cosmic beings of which one of their leaders, quote unquote. And when I say their leaders, I'm saying those who will listen to their guidance. So the light, the cosmic ascended masters, have leaders who tap into that truth or that guidance, those blueprints for a nation. And then the dark side has people who will tap into and follow the guidance of the dark entities. So what this is saying is that the leaders have, the cosmic beings have already come together and have said, this nation, I give it to you. I will not fight you with energy to rule this nation. This nation, this leader's coming into power, and it's going to listen to my side and my direction. So they've basically been negotiating with energy who is going to govern different nations. And it was basically a split down the middle from what I saw in the vision. However, the dark side wanted more leadership. They wanted, like, let's say France had chosen to ascend to the light and listen to more cosmic, divine, spiritual guidance to lead the nations for the good of humanity. But then the dark side says, no, we want to put in this person in there because they listen to us. And that's why that message was, we will not negotiate and we will not fight. We're just going to stand our ground. We've already chosen that we're going to invest into this country and you're going to invest in there. Now, how does war in heaven really, really happen? Because that, to me, is the question. There is no death in heaven. There's no death in the astral realm. There's no death on the other side. But what I have noticed is there is paralysis. There is paralysis and there is energy that can either embolden and empower you, or energy that can suppress you and push you out of the way. So basically, the energies in the astral realm fighting over the earth, and the energies in the 5D and the astral realm fighting over the globe, over the earth, is basically energy to be able to supplant, to replace, to shove away from anything that would cripple each other, anything that would shift them out of the way. That is the true conflict in the spiritual realms. It's energetic. It's paralysis, or it's superiority in energy, frequency, and vibration. Which vibration is going to dominate? Which frequency is going to have its way? Which guidance and intuition is going to be followed? Whose blueprint for this world? And I just have a ringing in my ears. Whose blueprint for this world is going to be heard? That is what the war in heaven is really about. And I'm guessing there's an attempt to renegotiate leaders of organizations, attempt to renegotiate leaders of the IRS, of the Federal Reserve, leaders of the tax system, of the international monetary system. There's an attempt to renegotiate leaders over nations. We have new elections coming up soon here on October for different nations. We have congressmen and all that's related to the levels of government. We constantly have a shift in power. And it was like the dark side came forward and says, we want this, this, and this. And the ascended one says, no. We already fought. We already put energy against energy, and we made an agreement. And if you don't like what's happening on earth, so be it. We are standing our ground. We have won. We are in league with the leaders of different nations, the leaders of different organizations. Even you agreed to allow this leader to come into power, because I really feel some leaders are getting ready to come into power, and they're getting ready to come into power fast. And the dark side is scared because they allowed certain organizations, they withdrew from certain nations. They withdrew. They said, okay, you win. Your energy is too powerful for us. There's too many beings of light sending out intention. We can't maintain the energy needed anymore to control this nation. We need to breathe, so we give up. Let your man come into power, the dark side said. We'll give up because the energy of light is so strong. We can't keep fighting. Our energy is not powerful enough, the dark side says. So we're surrendering this nation to you, or this organization to you. But now they're upset. Now they're upset because they made an agreement. And Spirit says, no, 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 no. The people of light have fought in their higher selves, have fought in their energy fields. They have fought with their light being spread across the world to gain certain victories on the political and economic realm. And the ascended ones are saying, we will not budge. And it's not up for negotiation. To me, to have that divine support with in the cosmic realms of ascended ones saying, no, the light workers on earth have chosen. You agreed to step aside, dark ones, dark entities. You agreed to let us have these organizations and these nations. And that the divine cosmic beings of light are ascended humanity from the past are standing with us. That's tremendous. That is tremendous. So enjoy that, rest in that, lift your heart up with gratitude. We have won the ground and we are standing strong. Whatever spirit has said, we have won, we will maintain. So that was my dream from last night. Welcome, everyone. If you're just joining me, go ahead and you might be able to rewind the chat and catch the whole dream, or you can come back afterward and watch it. But basically, there was some cosmic beings in heaven fighting over, well, that in my dream, I could see them coming through from beyond the veil. And the ascended ones popped right up and would not budge. And it was like a big beard like Moses. That's how I knew it was an ascended. It wasn't just an angel. It wasn't just an art. It was a human that was beyond the veil, sort of like an ancestor, but it was an ascended saint. And they are assisting us today. Okay, my cards are speaking to me. Do you have any questions? We're going to do a pull on the soul ascension, how we're doing as souls. We're going to see if Spirit has anything to do for us for the global ascension, how the world is doing. And then we're going to take your questions if there are any. Let's go ahead and look at these right here. We have the Hangman, a difficult position. We have independence and sovereignty, and a surrender. So there's definitely the conflict over independence and sovereignty on the global scale. There's a pull, intention set out by the dark side to cause those that are ascending into sovereignty, not just souls, but actual nations that are gaining their financial sovereignty to surrender that. And they're putting some of the nations in a very difficult position. They're squeezing the nations who really want economic and political sovereignty from the matrix. Spirit, what can you tell us here? What message do you have from the ascended ones in this tight conflict in heaven? Rabababa Karyanda. Kyokokoboko Sharandari Kasharyanda. Rakashariandari Karyanda Rakasharanda, the Hierophant. What do you want to tell us about this conflict in the astral realm? Kiaryandari Karundo Kokoko Shiriaria Dendiri Kiryanda Rakasharanda Rababaka. Let's get a full spread here. There's secrets. There's secrets in the distance. There's control. There's secrets in the distance. We have the High Priestess here and the Three of Wands, which is distance. It's travel, expansion, the secrets, the secret powers, the principalities and the powers. What is a principality? A principality is an energetic ruler over a location, and a power is an energetic ruler over an energy field. So there's principalities, and then I believe powers are one bit greater. So it's like if you had a cosmic goddess, the powers would be the equal, but they would be more negative. I mean, powers can be good or evil, but when the Bible talks about principalities and powers, rulers of the darkness of this world, it's that rank. And a principality rules over locations. And this is given to me. The secret rulers of the nations are being forced out. They're being manipulated. They're trying to manipulate and control Four of Pentacles and the Eight of Cups. But what is this? Who is being forced out? Is this the dark side or the side of light? What is this pressure? Page of Wands energy, the blocks, two, oh my goodness, the Justice, two of Swords and the Justice. I just heard the words, their time is up. The dark side's time is up. They've been able to dwell over certain nations and communities and organizations in a restricted format, but there has been justice served in the cosmic plane, and their time is up. Their time is up. It's time for them to go, and they're attempting to renegotiate their territory. A principality has been forced out of the way with energy. Page of Wands, this is the energy. They've been blocked and are being blocked in their current location status. And then this is karmic justice. They have served long enough. Justice is being served, and they're being forced out of lands, nations, properties, territories. Divine beings have served them notice. The agreements have been made, and principalities are being told your time is up. It's time to vacate. And there we have a yes card confirming what I said. Yes, energy. It's time to vacate certain nations because the truth is coming out. The light workers have come to a place of expansion in their heart space. It's sending out beacons of light, and it's demanding the truth. People are demanding the truth. And at the demand of the truth, that is humanity's free will, Two of Cups, choice, negotiation, discussion. Humanity is choosing in their demand for truth. And this is by divine law, forcing the dark energies over territories, over organizations and nations to lose its power. Because in the astral realm, they can only operate if humanity has given them permission to operate. So once there's enough of us humans that say, heck no, we want the truth, the very fact that we call in the spirit of truth, just saying, I want to know the truth about taxes. I want to know the truth about what's really going on with USAID. I want to know the truth about what's really going on in the parliament. I want to know what's going on in Canada. I want to know where my money's going to. That is a call to the spirit of truth to begin streaming in. And that is an energy that can displace negative principalities and powers. That is what's happening on the world scale, the global scale. There are principalities, and I'm even getting dark feminine spirits. There's definitely something here. It's funny because I'm itching my left side, which is feminine. Itching my left side. The left side's feminine. The right side is masculine. So dark feminine energy, Jezebel spirits, dark serpentine spirits, the Luciferian dark energy spirits. Now some of those energetic conglomerates that have been ruling. I'm seeing right now, I don't want to name the names, but I'm seeing some high-powered women in the US that their faces are wrinkled and they almost look very, very dark. They just look demon-possessed. I'm seeing some of these leaders that they're very, very old, they're women, and they've been in office forever. Senators. Yeah. Okay, I don't want to name names. And senators that have been in office forever, and their face looks contorted. Their face looks old. They look unhealthy. They don't look vibrant and full of life and joy and peace. And it's this kind of reference in my mind that spirit is bringing me to, of that dark feminine that does not mind stealing from others in order for their bank account to grow. That's that dark mother, the anti-mother energy. Yes, that's the kind of principality that's being served notice. The wounded feminine that just wants to control, that just wants to nurture herself at the expense of others. Okay, being served notice. Go ahead and put your questions in the chat if you have any questions. Let's go ahead now and look at the ascension of souls for humanity. The ascension of souls for humanity. How are the human souls on earth ascending? What is our progress? Spirit, can you tell me? Thank you, thank you, thank you. How are we as souls ascending? What's the update? We are ascending, 7 of Wands, and we're finding our place of internal balance on the soul level. Some of us are leveling out. We went through a very dark period from 2020 to 2024. Even beyond that, people began awakening at the time, 2019. 2018 even, and I know people have even gone all the way back to 2012 when many souls began awakening. We've been through the ups and downs, and now with the 6 of Pentacles, our soul, because that's what we're asking about, is finding balance. We're balancing karma. We're ending relationships that aren't for us. We're attracting in new relationships. We're finding peace on our souls. We're learning to do what we love. We're learning to raise our vibration. We're learning how to protect ourselves against negative pressure. We're learning to find our place of peace and internal balance as souls. The sun. A lot of what shook us up was the light codes, the solar flares, the mini little flashes, the Schumann resonance, the sun's upgrades, DNA, upgraded our DNA to help us find our internal balance. Some of it was shaky. Some of the light codes gave us the flu. They gave us detoxes. They gave us headaches. They gave us ringing in the ears. Some of these solar flares made us very tired. They gave us exhaustion. What it was is our bodies were upgrading. We were upgrading, and it was very shaky ground. But now we're at a place where our soul is finding rest and balance. There's still a lot of grief passing through us. A lot of low vibrations are still being cleansed out. It may feel at times like in the 3D, like you're so this card is in the place of the appearances, what it appears like on the 3D scale. The place of appearance is a little bit of a but I thought I handled this already. Why am I still feeling this way? Why am I still feeling this emotion every now and then? I thought I dealt with it. I thought that's healed. It's just a cleansing on the 3D level of any lingering emotions coming out. But our souls are finding internal balance. Still a lot of cleansing, especially with the eclipse season. We're still going to continue cleansing. The High Priestess. I want clarity on this. The High Priestess. When you talk about the soul, the High Priestess represents spiritual gifts, intuition, your gut knowing, downloads coming from spirit, clairvoyance, clairaudience, discernment of truth. Your ability on a soul level to discern a lie is getting so strong. That gift to be able to discern something spoken, something in the media, something somebody says to you, your soul is picking up on all fake and non-truths. 4 of Cups. This is also internal healing, feeling, finding a place of feeling. So as we begin balancing out on our soul, our emotions are going to become more balanced and more stable. So our gifts of inner knowing are going to start coming in. I'm hearing especially after the eclipse, during the eclipse. We're having one, I believe, in 2 days, a lunar eclipse, and then one in April. This is just a time of shaking, cleansing, realigning. Go with the flow. Do what resonates with you. Continually seek your inner guidance because it's coming up fast. And also stay in a place of just rest. Emotions, stay away from anything that can be dramatic in your life. What other guidance do you have, Spirit? Protect your energy. Protect the energy of you, those you love, and your home. Make plans for your future because the energies coming in are going to support you. After this eclipse season, your energy is going to be the highest vibrational it's ever been in your entire life. In your entire life, your vibration after this eclipse season is going to be the highest it has ever been in your entire life. So right here, we have the Knight of Pentacles, which is make plans, because you're going to begin attracting. You've learned the soul level. Good evening, Shauna. How are you? You've learned things on the soul level. Okay, you've learned to protect yourself. You are learning it. You will continue to learn it. You're reaching a place of internal balance. And Shauna says, sounds like you're talking about Pelosi. Yeah, I saw her, and I saw someone else too. And I can't see her name, but she has hair like this. But I did think, yeah, but I don't want to say it. We send her love. Let's go there. We send her love. 9 of Wands. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energy of protecting yourself so that you can make plans, because your plans are going to come to pass in 2025 if you continue on the spiritual growth that you are on. Once again, Four of Pentacles, protecting the Four of Pentacles, protecting yourself, protecting your resources, protecting your money. And I am getting this throughout the month of May, June, and July, protecting your resources, keeping things on hand. Okay, now it's just going into different guidance for the coming eclipse. But yes, the souls of humanity, especially the light workers, are starting to find inner balance. They've put out a call for truth, and they want the inner guidance. Their ability, their BS barometer is turning online. Okay, Spirit, I want to ask now, what do you want to tell us about the world stage? What do you want to tell us about the globe? What can you tell us about the global world stage? If you wish and you enjoy my videos, please consider subscribing, sharing this with anyone who you think might enjoy it. Thank you so much. If you're interested in supporting me, I am raising money for my plane ticket. Thank you to everyone who helped me raise money for the retreat. I am ecstatic that I have the money. I'm raising money now for my plane ticket. If you wish to book a tarot reading with me, if you wish to join the Oracle workshops, or just to donate, it is much appreciated. I am so grateful to you all. I love your comments. Your support is amazing. The energy I get from you all is, I just feel like I'm home. All right, Spirit, what can you tell me about the world stage, the global shift forecast? Is there anything that we need to know? Is there anything that we need to know? For those of you who have not watched from the beginning, go ahead and watch my dream at the beginning of this. That was a very important message. Okay, so the matrix is coming up. Conflict, that's at WAR. That's confirmation again that there's conflict in the astral realm. We have the matrix. We have a desire to control, a desire to program again. That's that dark principality power energy that wants to renegotiate what was already decided. And certain principalities agreed to withdraw and let certain key leaders come to the forefront. And now they're trying to renegotiate to a desire to gain back control. 9 of water and 10 of water. A desire, and the conflict card, 5 of fire. A desire to gain back control. 3 of earth, agreements, partnerships, negotiation. You can't make this up. Wheel of Fortune, there's a major, major shift coming to the world, a major change. So my question to Spirit is this change for the better? Or is this change going to be a renegotiation where humanity allows the dark side to take back control? The card that came out with it was 2 of earth, a choice. So we're reaching a place with humanity where all sides, the side of light, the ascended ones, and also the side of darkness, the dark entities from the astral realm, they're waiting for humanity to make a choice. They're trying to renegotiate right now because an opportunity is coming to shift this planet for the better. It is, because humanity has a choice. So Spirit, I want to ask you, I'm seeing June, I'm seeing July, I'm just seeing the next 3 to 6 months. What is this choice that humanity has to make? I'm hearing the words, they're getting ready to make a choice. That's what's on the global world stage right now. Humanity is getting ready to make a choice. What is this choice? This massive earth-shattering choice. Tower. Talk about earth-shattering. So I'm seeing the eclipse in the first two. I'm seeing like April 6th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. Major shaking energy. The ascended ones, the angels, the gods and goddesses, if you could say the cosmic beings, we don't worship them. I don't like using the word gods because it makes it sound like we worship them. It just means that they've ascended to a high place and are assisting us. 10 of Earth, they're assisting humanity. That's the card for humanity. 10 of Earth, collective, justice. So this is a lot of divine support. That's why they're negotiating. Okay, I just clicked. The reason why some of these darker entities are trying to gain back control is because humanity is coming up to a major choice point, which is being divinely orchestrated with karmic balance and justice. Humanity is going to be balanced in favor of the good, favor of the light. And it's coming up starting in April, and it's going to shift throughout July into August, into September, October. This is some sort of divine intervention that's going to shake the earth. And it's going to be for the good of humanity. And so the dark ones are trying to renegotiate fast and get back their ground because they want to hold ground as humanity shifts. Because if they lose ground and humanity makes more choices, they're going to be in trouble and are going to lose a lot more ground than they ever lost because humanity is being karmically balanced. I'm getting Athena energy. I'm getting another ascended master, another ascended feminine energy. Lady Mother Mary, Lady Nada, maybe could be Mary Magdalene. One of them is also on the karmic board. I'm getting this. It's been established. It's been decreed. Karma is going to be balanced. And I'm not seeing it as personal karma. I'm seeing it like karma of nations, karma of organizations. Things are just going to be like, I see like two swords clash and like, we're going to balance this out. Everything that negative you did, we're gonna wipe the slate clean or bring it into retribution so that your slate will be clean and you can start over again. Organizations, nations. Next Saturday at 6 p.m., we are going to do a special live that Spirit's been guiding me to, and that is the crumbling of global organizations, including the WEF, the WHO, and the IMF. You can ask questions about different organizations that you want as well. That's going to be at 6 p.m. on Saturday. So you're not going to want to miss that. But that's what I'm getting here, is that major organizations are going to be karmically balanced because of this eclipse season. And it is divinely inspired and orchestrated with the assistance of human players, human leaders that have been given control and are tapped into ascended master guidance. They're just tapped into something. And it's the angelic realm, the higher realms of 5D. And they're going to start implementing things so that the cosmic beings can balance some karma. Wow, we're in for a major shift. Oh, Elizabeth Warren. You know what? I think that's who it was, but I'm not going to say anything. I can't see anti-gravity-ish. I can't see a single nation that seems to have made a firm stance toward the light. Sure hopes it happens soon. I don't think we will ever see the exact thing that we as the light workers want to see, because there are so many people in the organization or in the nation that are dark or light. So you're not going to see a complete energy shift. What's going to happen is, I think, from what I feel from Spirit, is there's going to be a gradual change of economic principles. There's going to be a gradual change of nations changing hands, leaders changing hands. There's going to be a gradual outcry for the truth. There's going to be a gradual outcry for accountability. I do think it's going to be a slow shift of nations. But what's happening here, from what I see from my dream, is that the ascended ones have a specific guidance on how a nation can ascend and grow toward the light. And they're moving key people into place that people can vote for. And they're giving them energy and they're giving them resources so that they can begin coming into office or coming into a head of an organization, and they're tapping into divine guidance, even if it's step by step. Ethereal world. My comment just got deleted. So sick of YouTube bots. I know. I am creating an online platform that's going to be outside of that. I just need some time. Are world leaders given some kind of deadline for making this choice between the light club versus the dark club? That's a good question. Do they even know what they're doing? Are world leaders given some kind of deadline for making the choice between the light and the dark? Good question. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, we have the Emperor and then we have the Empress. Very interesting. This, to me, the Empress is speaking to me of countries and nations, like the motherland, mothers, the land in which people dwell, and then the leaders over nations, the leaders over countries. The Emperor card represents leaders to me. Queen of Earth, there's definitely something about key locations. Key locations. This is going back to that principality vibe of how things act in the astral realm. It's territories. So who's going to be the leading vibration over a territory that people will listen to? Now, it might take months or even years for people to catch up to that leading vibration. And by leading vibration, I mean divine blueprints, nation ascension, better policies, better economics, better service to humanity. It's a vibration of serving humanity versus serving the dark. So this is telling me it's not so much in the past. These energetic vibrations have been established. Now it's time for the leaders to catch up. Do we have a deadline? 2 of fire. I am getting this to be a deadline. This is plans. This is forward movement. This is progress. This is a doorway, an entryway. Let's get further clarity. The Magician card. Now with this card, I'm hearing the words, the energies are coming fast. The energies are coming fast. And if you're caught, 5 of fire, you will be left out in the cold. You will not be supported. You will be financially stripped. You will be in trouble. So the energies are coming fast. The Magician card, this is coming from the beings who are setting the energetic frequencies over nations, over territories. I'm really getting territories. And I even see that there could be multiple nations in one territory. So the energy is going to come down. It's going to see it like descending like a cloud. You know, in the ancient Bible days, the cloud would come. Moses would pray and the cloud would descend on the tabernacle. And everyone would feel the joy and celebration because the cloud represented the cosmic being of Jehovah protecting the nation of Israel. Jehovah was a spiritual ascended being who was more of the light than like Moloch or Baal. They all wanted child sacrifices for energy, Moloch and Baal. Jehovah would not let people sacrifice children. He says, no, I want only animal sacrifices to serve me. So Jehovah was like an ascended master to the people of Israel, and it came down in a cloud, and Moses went up the mountain and into the cloud and received the 10 commandments. That's how cosmic beings work over territories and nations. And anyone who came into that nation or into that cloud received a blessing. So this blessing is going to come down. It's going to come down hard and fast. And those who are not in alignment with the frequency of the ascended one that has been given ruling authority I believe that the leaders are going to start crumbling. Organizations are going to start crumbling, and leaders aren't going to be supported anymore if they're not high vibrational. Do we have a deadline? Oh, so the 9 of Earth, if we're looking at timing, is 9 months, and then we have 8 months. So again, that's going till about October, November, the time frame I and other psychics are seeing. June, July, August is going to be shaky for nations. So this means they have some deadlines before things start getting really, really, my nose is itching. It's getting really, really intense for people, leaders in those locations. So it's not leaders all across the world. It's leaders over those locations that are actually going to be pressure applied. Get your crap together. Start serving humanity, because the energy is coming, and you're going to get very uncomfortable if you're not serving humanity as a leader in your location. Could we check in with Spirit to see if there are currently any national leaders already in office who will take the lead and eventually soon carry this torch, leading others? Great question. Are there any current leaders that are taking this? Now I'm going to just ask to see. I'm going to ask Spirit, because I don't know everybody's names, okay? You all are very good at this. But I'm just going to ask people to show Spirit to show me if there are people in certain nations or current leaders. So show me the nation. Show me the people. And to do this, I want to really clear my energy field, because this is going to be some clairvoyance. I will use the cards, but this is going to be some clairvoyance. So are there any leaders that are going to soon, that either are or going to soon carry the torch of connecting to divine blueprint for their people? Spirit, are there any leaders? Okay. This is strange. I'm just going to say it. I'm seeing the UK. Seeing Ireland. I'm seeing someone, a Muslim leader. He's got the headdress and he's very vocal, but he's not a leader yet. He's campaigning. I'm getting Arab. He's an Arab leader. United Arab Emirates? Is that a nation? Or is that just an airline? Emirates? Arab. I'm seeing the word Arab. I'm seeing Emirates, United. So maybe the airline's coming up as a reference, wherever that nation coming. There's someone campaigning and he's fiery. And he's like campaigning and he's almost like preaching. UK, I see the UK again. Ireland, okay. Anything else, Spirit, you want to show me? I'm getting somewhere for like Eastern Europe. It's a young man. He's not in office yet. He's a politician, though. Someone in Eastern Europe is going to rise. Maybe Germany. Okay, I'm seeing the USA. There's a lot of people in the USA that I'm familiar with, so that's not a blank statement. What do you want to show? I'm seeing a woman in the USA, blonde. Carrie Lake? Someone with reference to like shorter blonde hair. It's either cropped or blonde, but sometimes when I pull, I see people, it's a reference. It could be a reference to somebody like that looks like that, or a similar position. But a blonde, definitely getting a blonde. I'm hearing the words power struggle. That's for the USA. There's a power struggle right now. Okay, anyone else? There's a lot of feminine energy rising to the front in the USA. Anything else? Anyone else? I'm seeing somebody in Canada, but I don't have a reference. B, P. Okay, I am seeing the Polier, or I don't know if I am seeing that name because I saw a B and then a P and then O-L-L. So I do think it is that man. Australia. There's an older man with a beard in Australia. Yeah, okay. I won't bore you all, but I'm definitely seeing like some key leaders. Take it as it resonates. I'm not getting anyone. This is crazy. I'm not getting anyone. A lot of the key leaders coming up aren't currently in office. Canada has a federal election next month. Dark times here. Next month, Shauna? Or in October? Next month in April? Okay. Can we request off-world support and guidance for Canadian Prime Minister Pierre Poilievre? Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah. Okay. That is that name. Hoping he'll bring in a lot of light and change our dead end direction. Yes, we will do that at the end. We'll bring in some light language and some support and guidance for Canada there. I did. I don't know what he looks like, but I feel like I saw him. Cool that you have so many modalities that you can tap into. Yeah, I learned that from one of my mentors, just to connect to spirit and just to trust what comes and then just present it to you all, and you all can take what resonates. Would be great to see Iceland and Greenland join up with North America in some kind of security union. Let's go ahead and see. Is there Iceland and Greenland joining? Is there a potential that Iceland and Greenland will join with North America? We're getting the star card, so it's in the divine intention. This is saying that this is something that the divine would like to see. This is an intention being set to create a more balanced union in North America. 9 of Air, this is saying they've had to release a lot of documents that have tied them to other areas. 5 of Earth, this is the resources. They're kind of out in the cold. They're not protected because they ended certain agreements with other nations. They need protection. They're in a difficult position. And they're looking for support. It is in the divine plan. Here's the Hierophant card. The 6 of Fire, they've left. The Page of Fire. I'm getting technology. I think, and I remember pulling this actually last time on Greenland or Iceland, one of them, that they had technology bases underground and they were ruled by the dark energy. And whatever it is, something with technology has been forced out. They're in a difficult position and they're looking for help. So they're just finishing up the cleaning process, and they're looking to find their place in the world, basically. Everyone knows Mr. T is eyeing Greenland, but Iceland would be great too. Yeah, I don't think I've ever pulled exactly on Iceland. Iceland played a key base role during World War II. So there is a past connect. Ooh, let's pull on Iceland. Let's pull on Iceland. And for all of you that are still here, this Saturday at 6 p.m., we're going to pull on world organizations like the WEF. And you can ask any question you want, provided YouTube doesn't take it down. Iceland. What is that base there during World War II? Is it still occupied? And is it occupied by light or dark? We have the dark side, but a new beginning. I heard the words hunkered down. Dark beings have hunkered down. They've moved there. Let me get clarity. It is a new beginning for the dark side. What can you tell me about Iceland? 8 of fire, trapped, trying to leave, protection. Sorry, y'all. I'm getting ready to vomit. We just tapped into some energy. Okay. Sorry, I almost had to get off screen there. Iceland still has a base of what I believe are the reptilians or the creatures that are connected with the dark side. Yeah, this is very, very difficult energy. They have holed up there. They're trapped. They're looking for a way out. They don't know where else to go. Yeah, I'm getting like the N word that ends with Z's, that kind of energy, but like snake-like stuff. And it just makes, I don't want to look at it anymore because, yeah, it makes me want to puke. So there is still a base left in Iceland that needs to be cleared out. That old World War II base is definitely still occupied by dark beings. Whether you believe in chimeras and golems, or maybe they're just AI beings, it's something that doesn't feel human. It feels slithery. Anyway, okay. Let me stop the drama here and continue. Are they human, the offspring of Lemurian or Atlanteans? Okay, the people in Iceland that I tapped into moved there and are still there. Like they're still there, but I'm getting the feeling of semi-human, but they moved in there. Okay, that was the energy of the World War II base. Yes, they have a base there. Supposedly there are 1 to 2 different underground nations there. OMG, that's fascinating. I think there's 3 to 4 bases there. Okay, but are there good bases? Where are these? I've heard too that there are Atlanteans, good Atlanteans, and good Lemurians somewhere in the North Pole. So let's go ahead and ask Spirit. Where are these good people? Where do we have a race of Atlanteans, Lemurians? They're in a difficult position. Okay. Do we have a race of good? Okay, they are underground. This is my underground card. These are the cards that fell out. They're underground. They are of a higher vibration, meaning they are for the good of humanity, but they want nothing to do with Earth. They want nothing to do with us. 10 of fire. They've burned the bridges. They've burned the bridges. Is this nothing to do with Earth or nothing to do with the other bases? They're not in a very easy to live in place right now. They are underground though. They are high vibrational, but they've done something. What can you tell me about this ending of contracts? King of Truth, 5 of fire, conflict, and I heard the words defending their fortress. defending their fortress. So the King of Truth is, they know, and I see they know our cosmic history. They know the history of the world. They know the truth, but they've been fighting with the rest of the earth, and they are still trying to defend their fortress or their property, their lands underground. Spirit, where are these bases? Where are these civilizations? I'm seeing like an ice castle. They're under ice. King of Fire, that's a leader. 9 of Air, civilization card. World, their entire, this isn't just people. This is not just an organization or a base. This is not a military base. This is a people. This is awesome. This is their leader. King of Fire, 9 of Air. Wow. Okay, y'all. On Amazon Prime, there is a Gene Autry cowboy show called Something Paradise. I'm going to see if I can find it. And basically, it's a very old show. And it's about, I believe it's on Amazon Prime. It's about Gene Autry finding in a location like the Grand Canyon. So it's not in the north. Okay. Gene Autry. I'm trying to get the name of it. You might enjoy going it. In the mountains. I'm looking here to see if I can find it. And it was about a civilization underground. They might have taken it down. I will see it if I see it. Anyway, I can't see it. Not Rim of the Canyon. It's Gene Autry and the Lost City. I believe it's called Gene Autry and the Lost City. And I'm not sure if it's still on here. And the Lost City. I don't know if it's still on here. I don't think it is. But anyway, I don't want to bore you all. But anyway, you might be able to find it somewhere else as well. But basically, it's him, and they go through a tunnel system. They go through the bedrock, and there's this whole civilization underground. And the people come out, and they try not to deal with the rest of society. So it's a whole show. You all might enjoy that. But that is the vibe that I'm getting here of... They basically wanted nothing to do with the people on top of the land, but they were good. How many of these are good bases? So let's see. Let's ask a question. In Iceland, are there any good bases? And if so, how many? Are there any good bases in Iceland? 10 of Air, the call. 10 of Air and the call. 10. There were, but the 10 is making me think of they're gone. They had to move. So in the North Pole, Arctic, in the Arctic, up near Iceland, up near the tundra, how many good bases are there? Okay, we got the King of Earth, the 2 of Fire, the King of Fire. So this is leaders, Queen of Fire. So the message I'm getting right now is that the civilization is a lot bigger than just a base. There could very well be 10 bases that are scattered throughout that have been taken over. But I'm also getting the 2 of Fire. So I'm mixing up the energy of Iceland and Arctic, so I apologize. I'm not tapping in accurately for you. Like, I have to ask a specific question, otherwise I'll get streams of information flowing. But if I was to pull here, this is the good military, and in this pull, there's about 2 bases in Iceland that are good. That's what I get here. And I'm not getting that they're underground. I'm getting their like naval bases. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of other bases, but this is like maybe U.S. bases that have been kind of taken over. There's like an agreement between Iceland and President Trump, or a military leader of good, and they're helping to shift at least 2 bases that are being turned over to good military. When it comes to throughout the land and the underground civilizations, I believe that they've moved out of Iceland if they ever were in Iceland. Yes, benevolent. Yeah, there definitely seems to be at least 2 naval bases in Iceland that are for the good of humanity. Man, this is getting juicy. Do these entities want the U.S. to take over Greenland or leave it under Denmark? Okay, so it's under Denmark. Interesting. Let's ask that question. Do the dark entities want the U.S. to take over Greenland or leave it under Denmark? So we're tapping into the intentions of the dark side. We're tapping into the energy stream of what their intentions are. This card fell out. 5 of Fire. They're fighting over it right now. They want to maintain control. But let's ask for clarity about how they want to maintain control. The people, this is their civilization, King of Truth. This is their leader. 9 of Fire, past energy. Control, protection, defense. 9 of Fire, releasing. 9 of Air, 10 of Earth. What was the question? Do these entities want the U.S. to take over Greenland or leave it under Denmark? I'm just getting the people here. I'm getting a lot of people, humanity, 2 humanity cards. And then with the King of Air, this is a decision-making cards, and like a release. If I was to read these cards accurately, the entities are fighting over Greenland, but the people have decided. The people have already decided, and the entities have to cave into that. 6 of Water, past decision, past conflict, a past war. So the war has already been fought over where Greenland's going to. And this is one of those things that's decided in the cosmic contracts of the astral realm about a pervading, overarching energy. So that Greenland has already been fought over and negotiated among the ascended ones and the dark entities. This is one of the lands that they negotiated over. They're still fighting over it, or the dark ones are still fighting for it. But the ascended ones in my dream have said we're standing strong. So let's ask which one currently has set the intention. Okay, is this going to the U.S.? Is it going to move or is it going to stay? Let's ask that question. Is it going to move or is it going to stay? King of Water, that's a leader. Page of Earth, that's their territory. 3 of Fire, move. So it seems like the leader is going to make some agreements, some negotiation. Page of Earth can be documents, written, writing. And this is the card of movement. See how they're traveling through the air. So I believe that the energies has decided, and it's a side of the people have decided, they want to go to the U.S. The people have decided. I'm sorry that I couldn't tap into the intention of the dark side. All I know is that they're still fighting over it. They're obviously in conflict because they don't want what the people want. So I think the people want it and the dark side wants to keep them under Denmark. Is China trying to gain control of this area? Maybe China, maybe Russia. Okay, and Shauna, what will the locals decide to do? Will they stay with Denmark or ally with the U.S.? The locals are wanting to ally with the U.S. That's definitely what I saw in the card. But is Russia or China? Let's ask China. Is China trying to gain control of Denmark? star. This is a good ace. This can be a yes, but the star is high vibrational beings and energy. So the past is ended. This is the card of release, done. It's over. Does China control Denmark? I'm just seeing like the energy of China already had control, and somehow China already had control, and it was cut. It was released. High Priestess, secret agreements, secret infiltration. It's turned over to the side. We have 2 Ascended Masters card here. It's been turned over to the side of the Ascended ones, but I do believe that there was secret infiltration and still is secret communist China infiltration within Greenland. We're talking about Greenland, right? The area of Greenland, yes. There still is infiltration. So there still is an attempt to gain control, yes. But an Ascended Master has been brought in over Greenland. I wish I knew who it was. Take this with a grain of salt. Is there an Ascended Master that has come in to assist Greenland out of the hands of Denmark into sovereignty, or just in evolution, ascension, regardless of whether they stay with Denmark or go with the US? Is there an Ascended one that has been helping? We got several cards here. Mother Mary, Gautama Buddha, that represents the cosmic energy of the universe and Holy Spirit. Paul the Venetian, this was a artist in the Renaissance period. And Krishna, find blessing in your current situation. Krishna, ancient energies. Interesting. Those are just the ones that fell out. We're going to leave that there. Oh, good. Okay. China has, in that word, infiltrate, the EU royal fams. Denmark has such a family. Okay. That's definitely what I saw. It almost was like, yeah, that's not a question. Gotcha. Yeah, it's a statement. I do agree. I kind of saw that there, almost like China had already had its hands in the pot. Okay, everyone, this was amazing. I'm going to call it quits for tonight. Once again, I want to share with you the actual coming at 6 p.m. on Saturday. I'm going to do the crumbling of global organizations, the WEF, WHO, and the IMF, and you can add your questions. If you're interested, I do these lives every Wednesday, and I try to do them every Saturday as well. If you would like a personal reading, please go ahead and book. The links will be below. I have appointments available, and I also have a clairvoyant workshop coming up this Saturday at 10 a.m. Eastern. Hope to see you, to meet you, to be able to ask these questions. Thank you so much for your support, for staying on with me this long, for chatting with me. I hope you all can meet me at 6 p.m. on Saturday to do the crazy WEF. Yeah, some of you have been asking about that. That's going to be a good deep dive because there's a lot of energies there, and we could ask about things that they're doing, or we could ask about their leaders. So it's going to be fun. So thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yes, you're right. Thank you, everyone. Until next time. Bye.